Hey guys, what's up? It's ANKPlays here. Today, instead of doing another episode of Quick Play Roster Run, I'm going to be doing a top 5 again, because that's what I do a lot. I do top 5s. So, yeah, today we're going to be doing the top 5 underrated Sonic games. So this is my personal opinion, maybe a little bit of influence from some people in the Skype group. But, yeah, this is just what I think are some Sonic games that are underappreciated. I think they should get a lot more attention, a lot more love when talking about the Sonic franchise as a whole. Especially, I think the last 3 are really, like what the hell, these are great games. So yeah, let's get right into it. At number 5, we have Shadow the Hedgehog for the GameCube and PS2. So, Shadow the Hedgehog is a bit of a conflicting game because it didn't star Sonic, it actually starred Shadow, obviously, and it had lots of guns and explosions and aliens and weird story aspects. But I think the game is actually pretty decent. I've never fully completed it, but I have gotten a decent way through it, and I do have plans to beat it eventually. But I think the game is not bad. It has a pretty decent system. The levels are pretty unique, and it has a really good soundtrack. Like, there's some pretty good songs in there. I really like the idea of having multiple story endings. That's not something you see a lot in Sonic games. You see multiple stories that build up into one, but you never really see a Sonic game having multiple different endings with paths. Like, there are 5 endings to this game. I think, maybe, wait, are there 6? Because I know there's hero, semi-hero, neutral, like, anti-hero, or no, like, semi-evil, and then evil, or something like that. And I think there might be a true ending or something like that. Maybe, I could be wrong, but 5 to 6 endings, and I don't know, I think the game is actually not that bad. I think while a little buggy, it's still a good time, especially if, I think that there's 2 ways to enjoy the game. You know, you could just genuinely enjoy the game, have a good time playing it, or you could just laugh at it, and how stupid it can be sometimes, especially with a bit of hitboxes and stuff like that. But, yeah, I don't think the game is that bad at all. I really don't think it should get, the hate that it does. I think it's a fairly decent game. While not one of the best Sonic games, definitely not one of the worst. Number 4, we have Sonic and the Black Knight. So, Sonic and the Black Knight, this is the one that has been influenced by some friends' decisions. I think the game is fun. I really like the music of the game. Like, the music is really, really good. I was never really a fan of the storybook idea, and fuck the King Arthur boss. That shit is annoying as hell, and I still can't beat it. But, you know, that was a year ago last time I tried. Maybe I'll get around to it eventually. But, it's not really my thing, but I still think the game is underrated because of just, like, I think it was pretty interesting for what it tried to do. With the gameplay, like, there was the ones where you had to race to the finish, there was the ones where you had to defeat a certain amount of enemies, there were the boss battles, and then there was just Excalibur Sonic, which is awesome. Like, this thing is amazing, this is so cool. Why has this never showed up ever again? Like, not even a reference. I don't know, I just, that's so cool. But yeah, I think the game is definitely underrated. Misty Lake is a really cool stage. I love that stage. The fact that there was a whole section of the game dedicated to playing as different characters, it's just awesome. I love it when games let you play as characters that aren't the main character. Like, if it's a game that's made to be designed to be, like, played with multiple characters, that's fine. But if you give, like, just a couple levels where you play as different characters, that's really cool. Like, that's just, it just adds to the diversity of gameplay just a little bit more. So there's a section where you play as Blaze, Shadow, and Knuckles, I think. I don't know if you play as Silver. Wait, was Silver even in the game? Yeah, he was. I don't know if you play as him, though. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't remember. But yeah, I think the game is definitely underrated, and it's a pretty decent Wii game, so you should give it a try. So next, we have Sonic Lost World on the Wii U and PC. I remember when this game first came out, and I loved it. I mean, it was such a good time. The music was great. The level design wasn't that bad at all, and it really reminded me of Mario Galaxy. which is totally fine. I mean, it just has a similar style, and there's really nothing wrong with that. I don't think it was copying Galaxy. I think that just the way it turned out, it just reminded people of Galaxy, especially since it was on a Nintendo system. But yeah, I think that Sonic Lost World is a pretty decent game. It doesn't have boost, which is fine. I don't really require boost in Sonic games to consider them to be good. I think that the parkour system was actually pretty neat. I really like how like the spin dash and the parkour could be used to gain even like tons of speed, and there was like multiple different paths, and just so much like care I think was put into the game. And I think that because it isn't boost, it was severely like, I don't know, just kind of hated on for reasons that I really didn't think it deserved. So yeah, let's head into the next one, which might be a little more controversial. Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. So, a lot of people hate this game. A lot of people hate it a lot. They think it's really boring. They think that the music sucked ass, and I could not disagree more. I mean, I think the music, while not, you know, really, like, always up to Sonic standards, I just don't think that it should be getting the hate it's getting at all. I think for Sonic's first RPG, I think it was great. Like, I love that game. I have so many memories with this game, especially just the opening cutscene. That music was just, oh, beautiful. And I think that a lot of the background music, if with touched up a bit, wouldn't be so bad, like as people consider it to be. I really never found it that bad. But yeah, Sonic the Chronicles of the Dark Brotherhood was a pretty decent RPG with a lot of characters to play as and use special moves for and upgrade. I think the story wasn't bad. I never had a problem with the traversal system. I really just found it to be a fun game overall. I thought it was great, but people just hate it for some reason. And I don't know. I think it's a pretty good time. Definitely like within my top 10 favorite RPGs, and I've played a lot of RPGs. But this one just kind of holds a special place for me because it's like, this is a game that I grew up with, and along with, you know, actually like really, really, really good RPGs like Xenoblade and Persona and what is it, the Mario and Luigi games, the Paper Mario. I don't know, this game just is very fun to me. While some things feel a bit generic, I love that game. I love it to death. It's such a fun game for me, and I think the story is actually pretty interesting compared to other Sonic games. And yeah, I think Sonic the Dark Brotherhood is definitely an underrated game. So lastly, this is one I think many people can agree with. Sonic Battle. So Sonic Battle was this game that released on the GBA. And this game was amazing. I don't know why it is not getting enough attention, but it is just such a fantastic game. The music was great. The sprites and animation were awesome. The arenas were fun. There was multiplayer. There's tons of characters with their own movesets, an entire story mode for each and every single character, all revolving around a new character named Emerald, who's this robot that can adapt and learn other characters' moves, so you can build your own custom moveset for this character. This game is fantastic. I don't understand how people don't realize how great this game is. It's a Sonic fighting game that isn't 3D. It's not Sonic the Fighters. It's just a... I really don't know how to explain this without repeating what I said for Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. It's just a game I have a lot of memories with. I remember playing it on my Game Boy Advance. I remember playing it on my DS. I remember playing it on my phone, for crying out loud, with a GBA emulator. I love this game so much. Sonic Battle is just such a fun game. Like, you don't even have to be that great at it. There's custom, like, you can kind of customize your character's moveset with selecting which of the 3 skill sets that you want to use, and then you just have, like, you know, the decent stuff. You can heal yourself. It's cool. Like, there's team battles, there's one-on-ones, there's free-for-alls, it's just for a game like this to be overshadowed by other stuff on a system that really didn't held many great games. I mean, the Game Boy Advance had some decent stuff, but there are tons of games in the Game Boy Advance that overshadow Sonic Battle. And I don't know, I think Sonic Battle definitely sits at the top, like is one of the best Game Boy Advance games out there. Trying to think of other Game Boy Advance games that are amazing, you know, Mother 3, but that game never released in America, or at least it hasn't yet. It should, it will, please God, come on. What are some other Game Boy Advance games that are great? Sonic Advance. The Sonic Advance series is amazing. The Minish Cap, Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland, you know, these are all great games, but I don't know, Sonic Battle is definitely within like my top 3 or top 5 Game Boy Advance games. Sonic Battle is just such a great game. If you haven't played it already, just try it out. It's a fun game, no matter whether you like Sonic or not. It just has this kind of fighting frenzy fun. It's fun. I don't really know how to put it than that. It's a great game. Try it out. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all. Have a nice day. Peace.